Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another fanfiction reading after God knows how long. Today, not only are we reading a fanfiction, but I am joined by several guests. Guests, would you like to introduce yourselves?
No, not really.
I don't really want my.
They don't have to. They're just going to be reading the story with me. Because it's so one day Twilight Sparkle accidentally falls on Spike's penis. That's the story.
Happen?
I don't know. We're about to find out. One day in the market, Twilight Sparkle slips for an unspecified reason and lands on top of her number one assistant Spike, with his dragon cock jammed right into her pony pussy. Naturally, it's very sexy. However, content warning. Stupid.
What is it?
You guys ready?
No.
One day in Ponyville, Twilight the Lavender Alicorn Princess and Spike the Green and Purple Dragon were walking when Twilight tripped and fell on Spike's penis in such a way that they were now having sex. What a scandal!
Spike!
Twilight said, her voice carrying a tone of urgency.
I don't mean to alarm you, but I seem to have fallen on your dragon dick.
Twilight shuffled a little on her seat, rocking from side to side as though to make sure, yes, that was indeed a dragon dick.
Yep, my pony pussy is wrapped around your dragon dick. We're practically having sex, Spike. What should we do now?
Don't panic, Twilight.
Spike said, enjoying the feeling of Twilight's warm pussy wrapping, around his penis. It felt like he was jerking himself off of a hand that was way hotter and wetter than his actual claw. It felt like Twilight was hot. Yes, it is. It felt like Twilight was hot and wet on top of him, and they were having sexy sex in front of everybody. Gasp.
No, that says every pony, actually.
Is this me?
Yes.
I know what to do. I read about a situation like this just last week when I was hanging out with Snips and Snails and we were trading porn with each other. All you have to do is rock back and forth on my penis until I spray a load of hot dragon jizz inside you, and then my dick will get soft and you can get off easily. After I've gotten off.
Why don't I just stand up?
Twilight asked, still rocking herself back and forth on Spike's cock and feeling his hips thrust up to meet her, slapping his engorged Dragon Ball against her clit. She moaned like, Spike, and then continued rocking, clearly enjoying the feeling of Spike's penis into her vagina. It felt really good.
I mean, I guess I could stay here for a bit. Your dick is really big, Spike. It's the biggest I've ever had inside my pussy, on purpose or by accident.
A song came on in the distance. It sounded like a bunch of ponies very alarmed about reflective dancing orbs, too. La la la, la la la. It sounded something like that.
If you get up too fast, every pony will notice we're having sex.
Spike said with certainty in his voice. He was also wearing cool sunglasses. 3. His cock throbbed inside of Twilight's pussy as she clenched around him, doing that thing that happens when one person thrusts and the other person thrusts, and, both their sex organs kind of, grab each other. Like, grab them.
Right now, we're still in the clear.
But I just told every pony I fell and landed on your penis.
Twilight said exasperatedly. She looked around, and sure enough, a few ponies had already stopped to watch. Flim and Flam had set up a popcorn booth and were charging 5 bits a bag for mostly burnt kernels. A few foals and fillies from the local primary school had seats in the front row and were staring at them, wide-eyed, mouths hanging open.
Children? That's gross.
You're playing this character.
Am I playing what character? C.
She said and made sure to...
No, I think that was. I think that wasn't me. I think that was Forrest.
She said and made sure to bend over to show off her butt hole in the best view of her pussy as it slides up and down that Spike's cock.
Well, maybe we just better make the best of it. We wouldn't want any pony to be disappointed in the show.
Spike.
Twilight bounced her fat pony butt 4 up and down and rocked her wet pony pussy lips over Spike's aching, hard dragon cock, lubing him up with plenty of her own moist. lubing him up with plenty of her own moisture and slamming his head to down just outside her cervix over and over again. It seemed like her body was on autopilot. Just like that, one of her hooves traced down her chest, too. Rubbing circles and swirls in her lilac fur and then moving down to her pussy, where she started rubbing her clit in the same motion.
That's you. That sentence
Yeah.
is you.
That is.
Which one? Highlight it.
Alright. Can you read it for me?
Wait, no, I thought this was the horse. Am I taking over?
Yeah, it says they don't want to.
Oh, okay. Oh, Spike, fine. Just fuck me with that big, bad dragon dick.
I think that was
You
better.
got it.
I think that was better, yeah. Spike said and began jackhammering his oversized dongus in Twilight's quivering whim. Her honeypot was moist, and his shaft was turgid and throbbing, erect and massive, huge and girthy, and elongated and pulsating, and
You're getting too into this.
and basically kind of a big deal.
A good assistant will do anything.
Spike said between grunts as he thrust fanatically up to into Twilight's cunt, splattering his legs
Frantically.
and Twilight's in the grass of the market beneath them, and Twilight's feely juices and probably a healthy dose of some pre-cum as well. What the fuck are we reading?
Fuck my pussy, number one assistant.
Twilight moaned. She closed her eyes and rolled her head back, tongue lolling out of her mouth like a possessed bimbo getting their first desperate dose of cock in the morning.
I've been there.
I'm gonna come raw in that pony pussy.
Spike yelled. He reached down and clenched his ball of his right claw, squeezing them gently, but still firmly enough to coax an extra thick load down his shaft.
I'm gonna come too. I am a female pony having an orgasm. I'm a mare having an orgasm. Your dick is making me have an orgasm. I'm experiencing physical pleasure in a way that's not. You just made me lose my place.
Sorry.
In a way that's not easy to accurately describe. It's possible if you haven't experienced it for yourself. You'd never understand exactly how good it feels, or how insufficient the word good is to describe it. Oh, Spike, I'm coming. 5.
Spike came into Twilight's pony pussy. He sprayed a bunch of baby batter into her pussy and all over her cervix, wherever that is, and it tripped out of her and got on her pussy walls and all over her legs and face and chest, the crowd and the citizens in neighboring countries and continents, and she basically just got covered in cum. She got swallowed up in like a cum typhoon, like a giant avalanche of Spike's semen just poured onto her from a plane that dropped it out of a cargo bay, and now she's swimming in it. She's practically drowning, but she's not. She loves it. She's slathering it all over her face and basking in it and turning from side to side like she's drunk and guzzling the cum. So much cum. So much dragon cum. So much pony juice and dragon cum everywhere. It was totally, like, a lot. Everywhere. 1.
No,
Not
we
warping.
can skip these notes.
That's a different story.
Can we do a review on this?
That
Alright.
was let's give
all do,
her
like, a-
let's give
Let's
her
give
a
her,
rating.
let's give her honest opinion. I'd like
alright.
to start out.
Wait, real quick. Out of 10, are we doing this out of 10?
No,
Out
we'll
of 10?
do a number at the end.
All right.
After,
Okay.
after our thoughts.
Yeah, let's do a number at the end.
All right. So my first impression is I don't think the author of this piece of work, has ever actually had sex.
Okay, hear me out. It is satire, right?
Is it?
Yes.
It's a
I
par-
don't think this.
I mean, the content warning does say that it's stupid.
It's a parody of these stories.
I don't think this is a parody. I
It
think
is a
this is
parody.
It took a lot of writing and
It's
thought
clearly a
and
parody.
effort to...
No, it's clearly a parody.
someone really. No, I think this is just how these kinds of people write and think it's sexy.
No, it's definitely a parody of it.
No, it's a parody.
I think it's a parody. It was clearly parody. If you guys did not see that it was parody, I don't know what story you just listened to.
I
Again,
think art is.
I would like to point out the content warning says that it's stupid. So
It is
Well,
stupid.
I think there are a lot of things that are stupid, but also very genuine.
Okay, you guys are
in nature.
totally
really, I would like to hear about that. What do you think about the genuine bits?
Oh well, if we could go back down and actually read over some of the passages, I'd like to quote from the text.
Yeah, of course. Just let me know which part.
So this all looks like, a lot of work was put into this, and I think I think a lot of care.
Okay,
You know,
listen,
even if it has its tone is humorous, there was a lot of genuinity put into this work from the artist.
No,
You know,
no,
at
no.
least
Hold on.
some part of this artist was very excited to write something like this. I think.
I agree, actually.
Okay, no. Can I read a sentence?
You
Yes.
may, yes.
This is my argument in favor of that it is in fact
Would you like me
parody.
to scroll to a point, or is it?
No,
on this
Sean,
page?
you're fine right there. It felt like Twilight was hot and wet and on top of him, and they were having sexy sex.
Mhm.
Okay,
That's parody.
In front of
No.
everyone, in front of every pony. Gasp.
I think this is just how people write.
I don't believe
I
that.
think
No,
sometimes.
I agree. I don't think that's attractive.
Genuinely, they'll add on heretical layers to make it feel not as serious.
It's trying to be lighthearted.
I
You know, when you
really
make
hope
a
that the
joke during
author
sex.
finds this video and watches this part especially.
If they do, we want answers.
Yeah, if they do, could you please contact me? My email.
In fact,
actually,
I'm
I'll
just
put on my
going to, when I
school
upload
email.
this video, I'm going to send it to the author, and I'm going to hope that he responds.
You're gonna send it to the author.
In that
that's
regard,
cool.
if you are watching this, sir or ma'am, I'm not really sure.
Or them.
You're being very heteronormative right now,
I
Sean.
am
Yeah,
And I think
Zare.
Oh, you're being so
Darth,
cis.
you know what? I'm just gonna call by the username Darth. Darth, if you watched all the way through, thank you very much. But we need
I mean, of
answers,
course.
please.
Of course,
Can
they
you
have.
please
Yeah.
help us?
I'd like to get back to the discussion
Can we
about
please get back to the review? Thank you.
this article.
Comments?
Is there any
story.
point you would like me to go to in particular?
Go to the comments, Sean.
Go to the comment section because I think we can get
It's a parody or a
others
thing.
interacting.
Go in order. Go in order.
I would like to read some of the comments out loud, please. Actually.
Should I just go to the first page of comments?
First page.
Yes. So,
Oh wait, no, these are all the
Hold on,
comments. Okay.
Yeah.
can you stop
Scroll
on
up.
one so I can
Yeah.
fucking read it, please, sir? Zare.
You're at the bottom now.
Yeah, this is the first
Sure.
comment.
Well, I don't like how they do that. Can you make it reversed so it makes more sense?
I can't.
Thank you. Okay, that's fine. Go back down all the way to the first one. Oh, someone else has a YouTube video. I think they must have also done a reading of this. Is this correct?
Maybe we should watch that and compare.
It looks like you're not the first ones to do this.
I mean, with this image.
Well, I think our video we have a discussion, and maybe we can watch this artist's interpretation of this work and see if it was truly
I think we
genuine.
shouldn't in this video. I think
I think that
Yeah,
would be
well,
copyright
we'll leave this as a source, and you can go watch this other content creators' work to compare our reading to theirs.
Who did it best?
Well, it's not a
So,
competition.
we-
It's art is subjective.
Yeah,
I
but
think.
I put my heart into it a little bit, so I would just like to know.
All right, I'm gonna read this comment. That has got to be the stupidest story I've ever seen. You're a genius, an absolutely mad genius. I think that I don't know if they put a star review on there, but it sounds like a New York Times article review. And it seems like they really quite like.
So, sorry to interrupt you, but I think this comment is very important. You may not like it, but this is what peak performance looks like. I think that really just says it all.
You may not like it, but this is what peak performance looks like. Because someone's very proud of this author's work.
Alex,
Someone's so proud that
Yeah.
they're saying this is the peak.
you have something to say?
To sum it all up in one word, a what?
What? Well, this is someone
What?
who just hasn't read it over enough times yet to
I
understand
have no comment on these people.
comments. Came for the trigger warning.
I'm
See,
not
now
gonna-
this
I-
shows
I
that this
just
is a
don't-
controversial piece of
I
work.
just don't really want to comment on any of this.
No?
It makes me feel weird inside to see these people.
What do you mean?
well,
Alex?
I personally don't think this is a parody. I think because was it tagged with parody? Is there a parody tag on here?
No, there's not.
No.
Oh wait,
it's-
there's a
it's-
there is a comedy tag.
Well, you can have funny sex. I have funny sex every day of my life, but there's no parody on here.
You do not have hilarious sex every day of your life.
Well, I try my best. Sometimes
Well,
the joke
do you
is
or
always
do you
funny.
not have hilarious sex every day of your life?
I don't. What do you?
Is that a fact?
Well, I'm exaggerating just a slight amount. I mean,
How often are you having hilarious sex?
well, I'm just a really funny person. I'm kind of all around really
Okay, but how often is it occurring?
just like so often. You'd be jealous if I told you personally,
They have not stated the amount of sex they have received that was hilarious.
Okay, strike that from the record because it's completely irrelevant.
Keep that in mind.
Anyways, my point is this is not tagged as a parody, so I believe that this is a very genuine work of the artist, even if it is humorous in nature.
You know what? I would like to bring up an argument that even if the intent of the writer maybe wasn't for it to be taken seriously, there is room for the audience to kind of decide that in their own light, and I think we all
Absolutely. Art is completely subjective.
Yeah, sure. Whatever. I'm done arguing about it. We can leave it up to the audience.
Audience, all right, in the comments, my friend Soup, I think that's his name. I don't remember his name.
My handle on YouTube is SoupR5, but I just go by Soup.
All right, shout out to the Soup R5. If you see this video, you should actually watch his videos. I think he's actually already on his channel.
This video in your feed, go on a walk, maybe.
Yeah, if you see this video in your feed, go on a walk. I'm glad you got in this far.
Okay.
Go on a walk. Think about this. Think about this video.
I would like a message. If you saw this video in your feed, unless you were like subscribed to me and you have like notifications turned on or something, that's like different, I guess. If you see this video in your feed naturally as a video that is recommended to you, you watch the entire video. You listen all of the way to this point. Please go for a walk.
I agree. I think there's something very fucking wrong with you.